right, cool. So we'll just finish the poll there. But it looks like a lot of people like your idea. I think it's always a great idea to go with animals. It's something that everyone's passionate about and everyone has a soft spot for them, particularly as you're using it to help people a lot here too. So thank you, team, and look forward to what you can do in the future. Now, we switch over again. Team 8, looking forward to hearing from you about your product, Biona. So whenever you're ready, share your screen and we'll get going.
Okay, hello. So we are Team 8 and our company is called Biona. And then our slogan is called Trash Bin for the Win. So this is our team. I am Winthrop, I am the manager. Chloe is the cost analysis and the pricing manager. Ziyu or Coco is the researcher. Ibrahim is the product designer. Lily is the product development. And finally, Kevin is the digital marketing manager. So first is the problem. Now, as you can see from the picture, the problem mainly is people throwing trash randomly on the ground. 44.68% of the world's mismanaged waste is all in Asia. The effect of improper waste management includes pollution of soil, oceans, air, and groundwater. According to The Guardian, mismanaged waste and waste dumping kills up to 1 million people globally every year. So, our solution, as you can see, we are going to sell trash cans. Our trash cans will be organized for recycling, they will be color coded, they will have proper instructions with them, and they are very good quality.
As for this, we are not the only company in the world that sells recycling. We have quite a lot of competitors between us, and there are also quite a few recycling companies that sell recycling. For example, I see recycling and buy like each one has a price, USA, paper, and to recycling. All these companies are recycling companies and they sell things.
Folks, before you continue, just remember, please try to step forwards a bit before you talk because it's a bit far away from the microphone. Thank you.
We will deliver the bins that people buy to their house. Any customers or person that uses our bins and properly disposes any type of waste will receive a small amount. Up next is the prototype. This is where we talk about our bins and explaining more about them. So our bin will be given with paper, plastic, green waste, and glass. Our bin will be split in set of 4 different ways, which is to have a freedom thrill, colorful, and easy to calculate. Our process is you will receive our bin, you can fill it out, we will connect it. We will wash the bin, put it in the fridge, and receive it.
Our customers, 18 plus environmentally conscious in Malaysia, local restaurants. Revenue model for homes, 40 ringgit per month, bin collection, including monthly reward. For restaurants, 70 ringgit per month, bin collection, including monthly reward.
Thank you.
Wow, that was really timely. Thank you for keeping your presentation so brief, efficient. I liked it. Can I kick us off, judges? I just would like to ask, are the bins different for the restaurants versus home life? Because I get the feeling restaurants might produce a little more waste. So I was just wondering how you were going to address that.
Yeah, the bins for the restaurants are a bit bigger because food waste, you know, there's a lot. A lot of people might not finish their food, and there are a lot of leftovers. So the bins have to be bigger for restaurants to, you know, use.
All right, thank you, judges. Over to you. John, would you like to go? I know you're a foodie. Sorry, just so the
But
food
this is
waste
the opposite
come to
side of the
mind.
spectrum, you know? Come on. Nothing off the top of my head. I mean, I'm just trying to think of one, but I can't think of any right now.
That's okay. We can come back to you, Debbie or Elaine. Who would do you have anything on your mind?
I like the idea. I think it was well thought out. I think the presentation was quite creative as well. I mean, this is kind of general, not just to this team, but I think what you guys have done in just a short period of weeks is really amazing, actually. Usually it takes our students months and months to come up with an idea, execute it, etc. So maybe to this team specifically, anything that I would love to just maybe introspective, anything that you learned in this journey, whether it's in this business idea, this course, what were, one or two things you've learned?
Teamwork is pretty important. If all of us didn't do it, we couldn't have done it.
Sorry, I missed that.
Teamwork is very important.
Teamwork.
Because if all of us didn't do it, we couldn't have done this.
Yeah. Anything else? Any other learnings?
Yes. Strong relations, good bonds together, became friends. Yeah.
Nice. Elaine, do you have anything for them? If not, I have a couple of questions also. But
Yes, Ethan. Okay, 40 ringgit a month for a household, I would say it's quite a hefty cost. So if you're looking at a household that, who's willing to subscribe with you guys for a long term, is there any way that you can offer a different package?
So if you saw on our other slides, the more waste we put into our trash bins that we collect, we will give rewards. So there are technically benefits for the more trash we put into our bins.
Okay. What happens if, let's say, a household tries out for a month and after that they decide to cancel the subscription? Then you will probably need to send your services to go and collect the bins, desanitize it, check whether the bins are in good condition or not. So do you have the resources to do that?
Depends on what stage the company is at. If we're a pretty big company, then we might have a lot of resources to do it. But if we're small, I don't think so.
Okay, thank you. Ethan, on to you.
right, we're gonna do this quick. Sorry, losing my voice. I'm gonna do this quickly. First, how many are you planning to get in? How many customers are you planning to get in the first 6 months?
For 6 months. Maybe 100.
And that kind of leads to my second question, I guess. My second question is kind of this: how much money do you think you need to start this business?
How much money? So maybe 100,000, 200,000.
Will that be able to buy you? Because you've mentioned that you are going to pick it up. So is that enough to be able to buy you several of the trucks that are required to go pick up from various neighborhoods and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah. And we don't have to buy the truck directly. We can also use rentals.
You can rent them. Okay, fantastic. Cool. Another question. So if a household buys this, do they then have to have 5 different bins in their house? Because I have to admit, in my house, I barely have space for 2 bins, the recycling and just the rubbish.
Well, you can choose specifically what bins you want to buy. Say you don't have that much space to get more plastic waste. You can specifically buy the plastic bin instead of buying all 5 of them.
Does that then change the amount of money that they have to pay per month?
Yes, it will be a bit cheaper.
It'll be a bit cheaper. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Just having a think. Okay, cool. Also, can you just answer me one more? Why did you choose to do this as B2C instead of B2B? Not quite sure. What do you know what the thinking behind that was for you? Or did you even consider B2B, or was it just a natural selection to go B2C?
Just natural, you know, we thought it would be better.
Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Thank you, team. I think there's a couple of thoughts you need to think about there in terms of pricing, in terms of how you're going to get it to them, all that sort of different stuff. But I think the idea in itself is actually quite good. I just think it needs a little bit of tweaking to make sure that you really have the nuts and bolts down. Excuse my coughing. Thank you, team. Really appreciate it. And I love your reflections on what it was like to work in as a team as well.